It was a huge relief to get out of Malvern Hill without taking too many losses. I was very, very happy with that battle. Harper's Ferries did almost 2,800. The next 24-pound howitzers, 2,500. Another Harper's Ferries, 24. Another howitzer, 22. Harper's Ferry, Harper's Ferry, Harper's Ferry down to 17. Then another 24 howitzer. 55s came in at about 15. Sniper came in with over 1,100. That's absolutely terrific. I have another Harper's Ferry that got only about 1,000, and that's fine. It's probably one of them covering the flank, probably the left one, I'm guessing. So if I drop down to, then 55s did okay work. I always have units that are like covering the flanks or covering the rear that are not going to get big kills, but those are essential to winning the battle. One of the most important units I had in the battle was guarding the left flank, and it sat most of the time in the woods and did nothing. Sharps 59 did really well. I love my cav units. I love both melee and dismounted rifles. They're both terrific. The 2,000 size units I built were probably a waste of time, and I didn't need them. So let's see, 6-pound rifle didn't do much. These guys came in really late, some of them. So got some officers, got a 2-star. Now that is a big deal. Got a 2-star. Hope to see a bunch of 2-stars. The enemy brought, it looks like the enemy brought Enfields. I got 3,100 Enfields out of this. I was surprised. I expected to get Harper's Ferries. But I like the Enfield. It's not as good a weapon. The 55s and the Enfields are not as good as the Harper's Ferries, but okay, that's okay. I'd be happy to outfit an entire corps with Enfields. That'll be terrific. I love the Enfield. Get George McClellan. McClellan is better than Grant, but I just don't like McClellan. I historically I've studied him since I was probably 10 years old. I don't like him. So I'm going to keep. I also chose Grant as the avatar or the image for this playthrough. So yeah, I'm going to keep Grant as first corps. 44 to 49 is the force pull. And the interesting thing is, the starting army I have is 12, brings the number to 12-1. I also recommend taking a look at the grand battle so you can see what scaling does to the grand battle, so I make a note of it. I'm going to put my points into army organization. I want to get to 9 as quickly as possible. I need 5th Corps. 4th Corps and 5th Corps is really as soon as I can get them. So McClellan is going to 2nd Corps, and I get these really nice perks. Yeah, I delete a couple of the units that I made 2,000. They didn't do anything. Buy a bunch of officers, because we have to buy a bunch of ballast units, or make a bunch of ballast units. And I'm just showing you that. I go in and make an entire corps of ballast units. I, fast forward. And that brings the number down to 8,159 by building about a corps of ballast units, which is good. Happy with that. And I get my 4th Corps because I put the perk in Army Organization. And yeah, so we're going to build a bunch more of balanced units. And yep, we're going to fill these guys out, as many as I can, until I run out of weapons pretty much. And we'll see how far we can go. You can never buy enough colonels and captains. I'm telling you, well, toward the end of the game you get enough, but I always, always, always need more officers. So that takes us down to 7870. It was over 12,000. It gets down to 7870. That's a huge drop in army size for the Confederate Army. So that's really terrific. Now I move these guys up based on how many I can get for free, and then I end up buying some spending some money on veterans. Quite frankly, waste of time. So I didn't need to buy anything. I didn't need to buy any veterans. I could have just put in raw recruits and then for $0 gone into the next battle. And if I had to do it again, that's probably what I would do. The other thing I did, you'll see I take parrots in because in this battle, particularly on normal difficulty, the front line moves so fast, the artillery can't keep up. So I'm thinking parrots can keep up. And here I am, I jump forward, 20-pound parrots. And here's what I've built, a whole bunch of ballast, and I put ballast units, I think, in here too, up until I got rid of all my free weapons. And so everyone's going in with Harper's Ferries, 20-pound parrots. The parrots can't keep up. And I would be better off with maybe getting rid of one of the infantry units and going in with a skirmisher. In fact, I'd definitely be better off going in with a skirmisher unit, maybe 2 skirmisher units. The parrots don't do much in this battle. The enemy army is 88, so I pushed up the number 1,000 by adding troops here to my 1st and 2nd Division that's going into the battle. Probably didn't need to do that. I could have probably gone in and just faced 78 instead of 88, 1,000 less men, and gone in with slightly smaller units, maybe 1,200 across. 1 less infantry, maybe 1 less infantry, and I don't think I need the artillery either. As you're about to see, the artillery can't keep up with the battle. So I'll see you in Kettle Run, which is a really fun battle. I'll see you there.